the all new Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy on
sir,
Power 106. And this morning just got more funny.
That's right.
We have Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias in the
Buenos
house.
días.
Dad.
Good morning,
Aquí
Dad.
en el 106 de Poder.
Yes.
Where you been?
I always wanted to do like Spanish radio.
You should be.
It always
You got a
sounds
great
fun.
voice. ¿Cómo
Yeah.
estamos ahorita?
Sí.
¿Cómo está el tráfico, Gabriel?
El tráfico está tremendo aquí.
How do you say
Everything that's so dramatic, right? It could be whatever. Like, where are you going? Al baño.
No me las sabes.
Yeah.
How do you say fluffy in Spanish?
You know what? I had this conversation earlier with somebody, and we were, the word I think is esponjadito.
So,
Oh my
esponjadito en la
God.
mañana.
It doesn't sound right, though. Most words in Spanish sound sexy,
Right.
romantic, they sound poetic.
Right.
But for some reason, the word fluffy does not translate well.
Nah, esponjadito.
Yeah, no.
It's like SpongeBob in Spanish.
Nah,
I don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
right?
like it. I like it.
Yeah, we'll just call it El Fluffy. We'll put L in front
El
of it.
Fluffy.
E-L, and
Oh,
that'll
my
make it
goodness.
very, very Spanish.
Perfecto.
Look,
Sí.
Fluffy, you came bearing gifts. You gave us Tapatio actual bottles with you on the cover. And I appreciate this because the other dude had blue eyes. And I was like, wait, none of my tios look like that.
That's
But
funny.
you actually look like a Tapatio man, like a Mexican salsa guy.
You know, it's legit.
Serio?
I've been doing the joke about my dad being the Tapatio man forever, and the family and I started talking and hanging out, and they gave me the blessing to be the first actual person on the bottle. So
Incredible.
so now I take those bottles everywhere.
Bro,
Right?
this
Everywhere.
Is...
Like, can I see an ID? I'm like, hey, have you
Hey.
seen? And I just hand them bottles.
Ask about me.
I just take that bottle right there. Go ahead. But yeah, I know they've been getting flag for years about the blue eyes.
The look. No,
But
now
there is,
it's for real. It's authentic.
I actually have tios in Jalisco that have those
Blue eyes.
Like
yes.
Canelo vibes almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
This is what the young people call a flex.
Yeah.
Because
Side
this is
flex.
not normal. Like, people don't have cool stuff like this. And just like comedians don't perform at Dodger Stadium. That is like the biggest flex. And that's why we're here today.
Yep.
To talk about you, sir.
What about your birthday?
35, 30 schmive.
I don't have balloons behind me.
I know, right?
You will when you're freaking performing at Dodger Stadium in front of a packed house, there to just watch you stand there alone
May
by yourself
7th.
with the mic.
I know, right? It's
The
crazy.
pressure.
No band,
The pressure.
no band, no
No
drummer,
running
no
basses?
guitarist, no
No
bassist.
dancers.
No
May
dancers.
7th, Dodger Stadium.
Are you scared?
Like, you shouldn't be nervous at all. But I mean, I would be if
Yeah,
that many
I'd be so
people were
scared.
watching me. Then it's on Netflix. And if you fall, oh my God, the pressure.
Yeah, no, working without a net. The only thing I'm worried about is the technical part. That's it. You know, I'm not worried about my performance. I'm worried about making sure the monitors are good, making sure
Yeah.
the sound system's good, making sure the lights are good, making sure that
Right.
stage is like, right, so that everything goes off without a hitch.
Oh, man, and that's an entertainer's brain. We go in there looking like, okay, we're going to laugh. You have to nitpick everything because it's your name on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's such a big show, and there's so much behind it. We want to see you win, but there's some people that are ready to be like,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
that
Oh, the
wrong?
haters
That
are waiting.
wrong?
They're like
Oh, yeah.
they're like, oh man, they want to be able to say la cagó. You know,
Yeah.
he messed up.
But they wouldn't. They
But-
couldn't.
Bro, Netflix is a joke festival. How the hell did you get away with that name?
Oh, that's not my name. That's Netflix. Netflix is a joke. First of all, that's their comedy division. At Netflix, I honestly think they could have came up with a better name because by having a name that makes people question it, like
Yeah.
that, come on.
Clearly no comedians.
Come on, I'll
in
talk
that.
smack about it. I don't care. They pay me well.
Yeah.
They do. The Netflix account pays well. Netflix is a joke. I don't know. They wanted to do a big comedy festival like the one that they have in Montreal,
Right.
in Canada. And the same person who used to book that is now working at Netflix, and he had this idea to put together a big comedy festival. And so, every name in comedy is going to be performing that weekend and the week before. It's 2 weeks. And the Dodger Stadium show is just the that's the last one.
icing
That's
on
the
the cake.
icing on the cake.
Wow. A lot of times you draw from real life. It has to be when it's comedic and it's authentic, and that's the thing that stays deep into the listener, the viewer, however they really experience your comedy. Drawing from real life for this, was it a little tougher because you knew kind of what was on the line? You've done this 1,000,000,000 times. You've had specials already. We know you. But how much more can we get to know Fluffy with this show?
Oh, well, this show's going to be so much fun because it's a home show. So it's, I'm going to make a lot of local references that might not fly on Netflix, but the crowd's going to be like, yeah, it's the way. Yeah, he's
Wow.
here.
Dude, I could imagine being you it's hard to get around. And that's not a fat joke. I swear to God. One fat guy to another fat guy is not a fat joke. But just like, because you're so recognizable.
Esponjadito, please.
We're so esponjadito.
We're so esponjadito.
So recognizable. And I know it's hard being you because I get confused with being you all the time, right? Like, they're like, how do you even navigate life now, bro? Like, you can't hide who you are.
You know, it's funny. Point. And my work wife over here, she'll tell you, we drive around and we got pulled over the other day. Not by a cop. A dude was following us and it was driving recklessly. And,
right.
And we pulled over so that the guy wouldn't crash. And so he could get out of his car and safely walk over and take a picture. And he was so starstruck that, like, literally he could have hurt somebody.
Right.
And then a couple minutes later, same thing. We're driving and then hey! So it does become challenging. There's pros and cons to everything. Don't get me wrong. When we pull up to a drive-thru and they're just, hey, have you tried the new blah, blah, blah? We got this new chicken sandwich. Like, and they start, I get a lot of free stuff, which is awesome.
Right.
But at the same time, everything has a price.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is challenging. And, like, for example, I could have gone to the Super Bowl, but I felt like, I would have gone with my friends, and I feel like it would have taken away from their experience because then they would have had to deal with,
right, everybody recognizing you.
With me,
If you went to the Super Bowl, what jersey would you be wearing?
You know what? I'm glad the Rams won, but I'm a Raider fan.
There we go.
Cholo, es Cholo.
Hey, yeah, no, Raider fans were a different breed.
Nation.
Yeah, you don't just become a Raider fan. You get jumped in.
I got jumped in.
You get jumped in, yeah.
Recently, this past year, I got into the Raider Nation, and I got jumped in, and now it's ride or die. Blood in, blood out.
Funny, right?
Yeah, no, it's for real.
Blood in, blood out.
Loyal as heck. Dude, the Raiders lost to the Bengals, right? And they were out. They couldn't go to the Super Bowl. They would rather root for the Bengals than to have an LA Rams win because that's how Raider fans are. Like, they want to be the only LA team that got LA a Super Bowl. I saw Raider fans rooting for Bengals. That was insane to me. I'm like, they beat you.
That's
we don't care. We don't want LA Rams to win.
My friend is a hardcore Rams fan. He was there at the game, and he goes, finally, the Raider fans can't say that they're the only LA team to bring a Super Bowl.
Damn.
And I was like, ooh, the burn.
Hey, got your ass.
The burn. Yeah, he's not getting lunch this week.
Yo, listen.
I'll check out my other friend.
I know you're as a comedian, like you gotta look at the brighter things in life, right? The silver lining. And I know a lot of times we make jokes to cope, right? But I could imagine the amount of people that have contacted you or your team about how you saved them, or how like your story and your grind has. Because being a bigger guy myself, watching you, that's the confidence that I needed. You know what I mean? That's like what I was like, oh, he's doing it. He looks like me. He represents me. And he never had to change who he was. Do you get those conversations? Do people write to you or have that convo?
All the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
awesome.
She's the one that gets those emails, by the way. And
work wife.
Shows it, work wife.
Yeah.
How
does that go?
It's very touching, and I appreciate it. Sometimes people actually need just some help. You can tell some of these messages, like you can see that there's a cry for help in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can only do so much. You'd want to help everybody,
right?
But it's I had no idea that the reach was like that. You know what I mean? Like, my whole goal was, let me just make people laugh.
Right.
And then you realize that what you're doing sometimes impacts people in a way that's like, wow, it was unintentional, but it's a beautiful thing that's happening.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people, especially during COVID, people telling me, man, I was stuck at home, and hearing some of these stories. And, I've had a few people tell me, man, you kept me laughing on a night when I wanted to off myself. And I'm like that. Oh,
this is a little too much sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure.
It's hard to hear sometimes.
Dude, Gabriel, I feel like you've always been funny. And I asked this to tell you.
I got moments.
No,
I got moments.
You can
when
act
did
serious.
you know, like, I can do this? Like, I made my mom laugh, or I made my sister laugh, or I made the neighbor laugh. Like, when did you know, like, that's a thing that you have that's natural to you, but other people don't have that? It's a gift.
When I was 10 years old, I used to just mimic what I would see on TV. Mm-hmm. I would watch a show or a cartoon or whatever, and I would just mimic it. And I didn't realize that it was something special because I didn't know that other people couldn't do that.
Right. To you, it's regular.
To me, it was just regular. And so it was a buddy of mine who, at the time, we were going to try to audition for a talent show in school. And so we go there. We were just going to do like some Saturday night live sketch or whatever, a couple kids.
Wow.
And so when we got on stage, he got cold feet, and so he ran off, and it was just me by myself. And so the lady goes, looks like your friend left you high and dry. Is there anything you can do by yourself? And I'm like, I do voices. And she goes, well, what do you mean? And then I just started, going down the list of cartoons. And, at the time, Ronald Reagan was the president, so I was up there doing Ronald Reagan. Like, well, Nancy, the budget and the deficit. And so they're just, like, looking at me like, what the hell? I'm right there, doing freaking Marvin the oh, my modulate. And they're just staring.
Yes.
And so I just kept going voice after voice. And I'm like, is that okay? And I just see them writing stuff down. I'm like, I'm in trouble. They're writing stuff. Anytime you see the pen come out, you're in trouble.
With no talking.
And next thing I know, I was on the show.
Oh, that's incredible.
So I go out on stage, and somebody had given me a joke, not a knock-knock joke, but why did the chicken cross the road?
Right.
And I'm like, 10-year-old, I'm like, to check out the chicks. And everybody's like, he's a genius! He's a genius! He's a genius! And then I just started doing the impressions in front of the crowd, and they were applauding and laughing, and I'm like, okay. And my mom and my brother and sister-in-law were in the crowd, and afterwards it was like, you could tell. There was something.
Damn.
That was the starting point when I was 10 years old.
That was the first joke then? It was a chicken joke?
Yeah, the chicken joke. That was the first joke I ever told on stage, but I was already, along with the voices and stuff.
And no stage fright.
I was so nervous beforehand. Absolutely. I had butterflies, everything. I was super, super nervous. But when the show was over, I couldn't wait to do it again. It was like a roller coaster. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Where's the line? I'm going to get back in line.
Yes, let's do it
get back in line. Let's do it again.
Yo, and I know, as obviously being a funny guy, being a legendary comedian, I'm not a legendary comedian. I'm just a funny dude, man. But you get like labeled like, oh, he's just a funny guy. Is there a talent that you have that your circle knows, your people around you know, that you don't get enough credit for? You're not just a comedian and good at telling jokes and writing jokes. What's that talent that you have that no one knows about?
That's a good question. What do you think?
Oh, I know. Driving a Volkswagen bus while holding Risa, drinking a coffee and shit.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so I can drive.
multitasker.
I can drive. That's a good one. I can drive one of my buses at stick shift while holding a Chihuahua and a cup of coffee.
What?
Yeah.
You serious?
I know, and I'm over here making fun of that dude that's driving recklessly, but
Facts.
no, I can handle it. I can handle it. So when I'm driving, my dog, she refuses to ride in the back.
Oh yeah.
I have to hold her.
You have to.
I have
my
to.
2-year-old.
So left arm done, and then I'm holding a coffee, and then so I'll shift. I'll put
With
the
stick shift,
cup. I'll put the
yeah.
cup because there's no cup
Do you
holders.
have like 2 other arms or what?
There's no cup holders in the
Yeah.
in the car, so I gotta put the cup,
Hilarious.
hold the dog in the same arm with and then shift, and then take the cup again, and then still drive.
And this is not around the block. Like, you're probably going to meetings.
No,
like, on the other side of town.
yeah. So that's a good one. That's a
Derek, here's a twofer question. I gotta ask him. I have to, because you made fun of me. I want to ask him the same question.
What?
Okay, look.
a twofer.
Here's a twofer question. Who is the singing equivalent of you as a comedian? Okay, if you are Fluffy, you are the singer, right? You are a singer. Who is that? And you know what I'm saying? Like, who is a singer equivalent of Fluffy
Right
in
now?
music?
Bad Bunny.
There you
Bad
go.
Bunny.
You're the Bad Bunny of comedy. He's the Gabriel Iglesias of Lion Trap.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
Bad Bunny?
I believe it.
Because I see these videos of people in lines trying to get tickets and they're losing their minds, and I've seen videos like that for people trying to get my
you.
tickets,
And
and I was
you go
like,
to Dodger Stadium.
"Ooh, this is kind of cool." They get the tickets and they cry like here you go, oh my God, we're gonna see Fluffy! So that'd be a good concert right there.
Bro, what?
Hell yeah.
Bad Bunny,
Hell
Fluffy.
yeah.
It just sounds like a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
This
oh, yeah.
Saturday on NBC, Bad Bunny and Fluffy. It just sounds like a Saturday morning
Fluffy
cartoon.
Bunny, dude.
Fluffy Bunny.
Every
Fluffy
time
Bunny.
I see those lines, though, too, I think of like, who would I do that for? Who would Fluffy wait out like in the rain sometimes, or wait for hours to go see? It doesn't even have to be a comedian. It could be like in any form.
That was me with wrestling. I would always, I loved going to wrestling events. Yeah.
Okay.
So old school wrestling. I'm back in Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Cold Steve
Undertaker.
Austin, yes!
Attitude era, bro.
Yes.
That was my era.
So I gotta tell you this one. You'll appreciate this. A buddy of mine comes over to the house and he's like, "Hey, dude, quick question. How many tacos do you think you can eat?" And I go, "What the hell? What do you mean?" He goes, "How many tacos do you think you can eat? You think you can eat 10, 20?"
Yeah.
I go, "You know what? I think I'll probably do 15." And so he gets on his phone. He goes, "Yeah, he said 15." And I'm like, "What the heck's going on?" So he goes, "All right. So my buddies and I want to have a little challenge. Want to take you to Del Taco, and if you can eat 15 tacos, I'll I'll take you to whatever wrestling event you want, and I'll buy you all the merch you want.
Dope.
And I'm like,
That's
oh.
dope.
And I go, what if I lose? He goes, here's the best part. He goes, if you lose, you still get to go to the wrestling event.
Yeah.
But you got to take off your shirt, and we get to paint whatever we want on your body. You know, like I love Stone Cold or
Right,
freaking
right.
Undertaker's my daddy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
whatever. And so we went to Del Taco. We did the contest, and man, the first 9 were gone in like 4 minutes.
Right, easy money.
And then it slowed down, and then I became one of those food challenges where the guy is just going in slow motion.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm dipping the taco in my soda.
Oh, trying to get it wet?
Yeah, I'm just dipping it, eating it, and I got to 14 and a half, and then you just heard it. And then buy tacos, and I lost, but I still went to the event, and
But
so I
what-
showed up there, and I was
Yeah.
all painted, my body at the Honda Center. It was back when it was Arrowhead
Right.
So
Pond.
what
but
did they paint?
they didn't. What's that?
You said
What
you got
did
you
they
got.
put
Oh, they
you?
painted "I love Stone Cold" on my arm. Undertaker's my.
that.
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
was a
Undertaker's my
billboard.
daddy. I was a billboard. And the funniest part is I'm sitting there, and the guys in front of me turn around. They go, "Aren't you a comedian on Comedy Central?" Yeah. And they're like, you really love wrestling. I go, long story.
Long story.
Yeah, don't ask me.
Don't
long
ask.
story.
Let's
Still
enjoy the
recovering.
show.
But I used to, as far as waiting for tickets, back to that question, wrestling, anything with wrestling, it's like, oh, just can't wait. I want to go.
Who
That's
was
so
your guy?
dope.
Stone Cold?
Yeah,
I
still.
love, I love Batista. I think he's like underrated. Batista. Undertaker, you said that too. Like, I feel like with wrestling, there's such a dramatization of the characters that could definitely help out, like with your showmanship too. Like, there is a performance that they do as well, whether you're tied into the storyline or not. Their get up, what they come out as, they have
Yes.
characters. You have characters.
Yes.
So I'm sure that could have like bounced back into your own talents.
No, and you know what? A lot of the things that I do, I model after professional wrestling, and the way that they sell it, the
Yeah.
merch, the packaging, the promotion, the engagement with the crowd. You know, so it's not just me going up there and telling jokes. I talk to the crowd. I don't just go up and recite. I go back and forth with them. So
Yeah.
that's like that. That's what wrestling is.
Right.
You know, and when you leave, you're still engaged. I'm still online talking to fans. It's like it's a constant thing.
So you
it's-
still do that? You still respond to fans?
yes.
That's cool.
It's hard to get back to
Well,
everybody.
yeah, I've been
and
in
people
your
get
DMs
mad.
for like 5 months
Yeah.
and you have not responded to me.
And I'll get those sarcastic ones that are like, this is day 857
Yeah.
of trying to get your attention.
So you acknowledge
I'm
me.
like, oh my God.
By the way, I would say though, I'm because I know you're a Stone Cold fan. You got to mention The Rock though. Like The Rock, he's on the mic.
It was so cheesy to have him go out there and freaking,
at the Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl with his tight ass pants. Yeah.
Two different kind of reds. It wasn't even the same color. Dad, you're a hate. You still a Stone
you
Cold
look at
fan?
me weird.
I'm a
Because
Stone Cold fan.
Batista, you're
You know what?
like, I
The
don't think
Rock
so.
is The Rock, but I think The Rock needs to stop being The Rock for about a year
Just be
because
Dwayne?
he's doing everything.
Yeah.
He needs to, because, how are you going to get excited? It's like he's got 4 movies out at the same time.
Right.
He's selling tequila. He's freaking being The Rock. He's got the TV show. Dude.
He's at the Super Bowl.
There is such a thing as burnout. And I think that people aren't as excited. There was a lot of hating at the Super Bowl because he was out there instead of like a Michael Buffer or someone else to
Right.
welcome everyone.
I did hear, and the players were like ready to go.
Yeah.
Like at that point, like when you got like an hour pregame, you're ready to go, and you see The Rock in the middle, you're like, everybody.
But my hating right now goes way back to wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to be
hateration is
Stone Cold.
real.
But I just think that he's doing so much. Much respect to his hustle and his grind, and
Right.
he's one of the hardest working people out there. But man, you blink and you see The Rock. I was in the restroom earlier. There's freaking toilet seat covers that say Rock on it. So he's involved in everything.
Sorry about that. Huge fan. What can I say? Sorry, Dwayne.
No, it's going down at Dodger Stadium. You are headlining. You're the first comedian to do that. I know just as Angelinos, that's an exciting feat. As Latinos, too, we all know the history of Dodger Stadium and how much, just us being Mexican Americans out here, Latino Americans out here in LA, we want to own that. We feel like it's owed to us, and you're just another step in making us feel like that. Like we all win when you do something like that. That's incredible.
Thank
Lucky.
you.
Incredible.
Thank you. And I do feel a certain responsibility for that
Yeah.
show too.
No, you're 100% responsible.
Nice.
There's no pressure again. Hey,
La cagó again.
yo sabía que lo iba a hacer. It's LA. It's Dodger Stadium. Can we play a little game with you? I want you to fill in the blank.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just rapid fire. You could just go off. But
Okay.
I want you to fill in the blank. You know you're in LA when what? You know you're in LA when
You see a King Taco
Yes.
automatically.
automatically.
What else?
Ooh, traffic.
Oh, what about a guy selling either oranges, flour, or
Man, you name it.
Churros.
Elotes. Well, you know, when you as soon as you see one of those rainbow umbrellas,
always on.
you know it's on. You got the fruit stand,
Oh,
or you know, you see the little carts outside of Crypto, formerly Staples.
Oh, you call it
You
the
see-
crypto. Damn.
Well,
Birds, huh?
yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be Staples Center to me. It just
Right.
feels weird, to, you know.
yeah.
Ah,
It's
Yeah.
a
like,
lot. It's a lot. Look, I want to get back to your tapatio real quick because I love this thing. What is something that you put tapatio on that regular people don't?
wow, I can put tapatio on almost everything
Same.
except for dessert. If it has sugar, I can't put it on it. It's just it's a weird mix.
Everything.
But yeah, I'll put it on spaghetti. I'll put it on Chinese food. I'll put it on I'll mix it with mayonnaise and make my own little ghetto aioli.
Hilarious.
And so I'll mix tapatio with mayonnaise, and then I'll dip McDonald's French fries in it.
Oh, you want a next
So it's like a
level.
spicy,
That
you know,
sounds like a McDonald's meal.
like
not
a
gonna
spicy.
lie.
Yeah,
Oh, what's up? What's up? When's
McDonald's
that
come.
big real McDonald's meal coming out? The one with you.
yeah. Oh, like the.
You know how they have like the sweetie meal. They have
Travis
like all the-
Scott.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that with Jack in the Box.
Okay.
They did a little ghetto one with me about a year ago, but
Jack in the Crack?
I'm more of a Jack in the Crack kind of guy.
Yes.
What would you do to a Jack in the Crack menu? Like, what would your meal kind of consist of?
Well, I'm a big sourdough Jack fan, so something with a sourdough Jack and maybe some nuggets.
Throw that suckers in there?
Yeah, everything. Just make a big old mash, like a chicken sandwich and a sourdough Jack and just nuggets.
Now I'm hungry.
Now it's like fat guy porn. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
right?
Adding some-
Like,
hey, me too.
I thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the gordititos like, oh, keep talking. Tell me more. Nah, man. Listen, like Letty said.
Hey, you know what?
earlier,
I think there should be a company that go like a Grubhub type of thing where you order what you want them to do, they pick it up, and then they take it somewhere, and that place will deconstruct the meal and then put it together however you want. So if you want a quadruple freaking chicken sandwich, they'll
Yeah.
make it for you.
Or you want to mix restaurants? 'Cause
Yes.
Like get the fries from here, get the
Yes.
burger from
Oh,
here, the tacos
my
from
God.
here. That would be great.
Like animal style fries on McDonald's fries.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's
Fat
hot
guy
in here
porn
now.
I'm telling
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Get me
say
all
it again.
riled up,
Say
bro.
it, say it slow.
Hey,
We're making it awkward.
I
We're making it awkward.
know, right? It's like, all right, guys, I'm done. Now,
It's a big table.
I really want you to talk to your LA fan base because I feel like they're special. I feel like Angelinos, the Latinos here, they rock with you just differently. And I think it's important for them to hear directly from you, whether it's with the upcoming projects that you got going on and all the stuff with Netflix. What do you want to tell them, man? The LA
Well,
fan
everything started here. You know, and I was born in San Diego, but my mom and I migrated north until we got to Long Beach, and we've been there. You know, that's where I've been ever since.
Yeah.
I say migrate because when you move, there's usually a destination, a deposit, a moving truck.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with us,
That
my
was
mom
the
would wake
case.
me up in the middle of the night and say, "We gotta go."
Yeah.
And so we stayed at a
Yeah.
lot of friends' houses until we got to Long Beach. But no, I'm from here. You know, this is home. This is at the end of the night, like this is where everything happens. And I think it's important for people to see that. I came from a single parent. Like my mom is the one that took care of me. We were on Section 8. We were on freaking welfare. Catching the bus to school because my mom didn't want me to go to school in a certain part of town.
Yep.
So, but I still had to catch the bus there to go to the other side of town. My mom wanted to make sure that I had the best and or at least the best opportunity.
Right.
This is just it's always been home. This is where everything happens, and I think it's beautiful that people can see that somebody can come from nothing. And go through that, being overweight, not looking like the mold, not looking like everyone else that makes it in this business.
Right.
So I think that, showing that, hey, come on, why can't we do it ourselves? Instead of waiting for an opportunity, creating your own opportunities. But here, like I said, the biggest thing I've ever done in my career, and it's happening right here in my home. So that's the best part. But yeah, LA, I'm one of your own. You'll see me.
Yeah.
You'll see me at the
Stadium,
drive-thru.
baby.
Don't stop me on the freeway.
He'll take the free food. He said it. But see, that right there is why I asked the previous question. That's why people come up to you and they tell you those stories because you made people like myself believe. You know what I mean? Like you made us know like it was possible. So the fact that I'm in this seat right here, it's because of you. Men like you, man, who really paved the way. So thank you. Continue to do greatness, and we'll be on your heel, bro. We'll continue to be everything you do. We're gonna try to emulate.
Yeah.
So keep paving
I
that way.
appreciate that. Sorry for hating on The Rock.
No, you're not.
That's
Sorry, not sorry.
back for the wrestling days.
I know.
Rock, if
Some
you're listening,
internal
I was
wounds
just kidding.
there.
I was just kidding. I'm gonna drink some Terramana right now.
No, I love it, and I love the fact that it all started with that little kid that freaking ghosted you in your talent show. We
You
gotta
know what?
shout him
I
out.
wanna find. His name's Jovan Rago.
Jovan Rago.
Yeah, Jovan Rago. If I gotta look him up.
Yeah, man.
I just remember he's a little Filipino kid, and we would always go hang out. Like he'd go get money from his mom at this nursing home. Long story.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, hey, man, we're going to find him. We're
We're gonna find him.
Next time you come to Power 106, he's going to be right
Yeah,
here.
facts.
Or maybe
So-
he'll probably leave before you get here.
Fluffy, it's always an honor to have people that are actually from LA come in and interview with us. Like me and Teddy are a new show. We're a new morning show. We are LA babies, so we feel just as much like you do of like we really got to make a name for ourselves, but also have a lot on our back to come with it. So thank you for coming by and interviewing with us. We wish you the best. We're going to try to sneak into Dodger Stadium. I ain't going to
I know somebody. I know somebody.
You know,
I know all my cousins
I
from
know
Michael
somebody.
Park. Please hit me up. Like they work security somewhere. Look, we're gonna try to get in there.
La Puente said.
I could come in, okay? Look, there's a little hole outside of the left field pavilion. We could get through there and see you.
Oh, people know how to sneak into that stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I've already.
That was you. What are you talking about? People.
Oh my God.
You swear we
People
can
out
sneak
there.
anywhere,
Yeah,
bro.
they
Come
got
on.
me at least
Hey,
sneak
hey,
in there
hey.
back in the. Well, you know what? We're not even going to talk about that.
Thank you for checking in with us, Fluffy. Wish you the best as always. And it's the all new Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy.